The Aviation Operations Specialist performs duties which are crucial to safe and successful mission accomplishment within the Army's aviation branch. Soldiers in this MOS work in base and flight operations, the hub of activity in an aviation unit, whether it's operating on a fixed base or deployed during combat. Responsible for receiving, processing, and dispatching vital information to aviation unit, air crew, and aircraft operations, aviation operations specialists are subject matter experts and must perform quickly and accurately, executing operation functions that directly and indirectly affect the success of both training and real-world missions.
We're the checks and balances, so when the paperwork comes to us, it's important that we make sure and we focus and we hit on every possible aspect we can. We don't want them to get on an aircraft and not have enough fuel to land and possibly be in danger. We just want everybody to be safe.
Duties include providing pre-flight planning assistance to crews for flight safety, such as METAR weather reports, hazard maps, and air coordination or tasking orders, as well as checking flight plans and manifests for completeness and accuracy. During a mission, aviation operations specialists track all aspects of a flight, such as estimated and actual times of departure and arrival, and estimated time en route. They communicate directly to the aircrew with weather and mission updates and other critical safety information, and monitor the aircrew frequency during flight in case of emergencies, unexpected delays, or precautionary landings. This career field is best suited for those interested in technology and information management. Candidates for this MOS must be detail-oriented and strive for accuracy, and must be able to think linearly and communicate clearly.
You really need attention to detail. We need to make sure everything is correct. If it's not correct, we need to make sure it gets corrected before we even hand out those keys. If something was to go wrong, it's on us. It's our job.
After successful completion of basic combat training, you will attend 8 weeks of advanced individual training at the U.S. Army Aviation Center of Excellence. There you will learn Army aviation operations and record keeping, including administrative tasks that require detail, scrutiny, and the ability to research and cite regulations or other guidance. This course will challenge your technical knowledge using advanced computer-based systems to track and display vital flight planning, tracking, and monitoring information. After completion of all training requirements, you will be eligible for assignments supporting aviation units around the world.
This job can prepare you for a civilian career because it gives you the foundations of transferring over to being a civilian dispatcher if you wanted, regardless of how long you fulfill your term, whether it's 2 years, 4 years, 10 years, whatever you would decide.
You are multitasking, you are solving problems, you have to think quick, you have to be able to react. Employers love that.
An essential member of the Army Aviation Team, the Aviation Operations Specialist. Above the best.
Good morning, I'm Staff Sergeant McCoy, and this is your introduction to the 15 Papa course. So a 15 Papa is the checks and balances of the admin of the aviation world. They go through 7 weeks of training, over 8 tests that they'll take. Tests on weather, tests on radio equipment, tests on flight maps, examinations on pilots' flight hours, and they go to sticks at the end of their training to test everything they learn in a tactical operations center. I'm allowed to work with instructors who've been in the Army close to their 20 years already, who have seen things that have changed prior to me coming in. And the students themselves ask questions that bring up things that gets my wheels turning and allows me to dig further into the knowledge. Details are so important in this MOS. So what it really teaches a soldier, not just in this MOS, but through the Army period, is to be attention to detail and know everything about your job.
Army aviation plays a key role in all types of military operations. Ensuring mission success while maintaining safe flight operations takes a team of specialized soldiers. coordinating aircraft movement for takeoff and landing, as well as tracking aircraft in flight in both tactical and non-tactical environments is the responsibility of the air traffic control operator. Following procedures, rules, and regulations, soldiers working in this critical MOS are responsible for the operations of airborne flight traffic and airport ground traffic. They also assist in the installation and relocation of mobile tactical air traffic control facilities, process flight plan data, and maintain logs, records, files, and tape recordings of voice communications, and ensure the safety of pilots and passengers.
The importance of this job, I would say, is everything. Just because we use air traffic, we use aircraft in almost everything that we do in the military. So keeping the aircraft safe, most importantly keeping the pilots safe, is a big job and very important.
This career field requires individuals who have an interest in work requiring accuracy and attention to detail, the ability to remain calm in stressful situations, decisiveness while working within strict standards, have good voice communication skills, and an ability to work as a member of a team.
You have to talk to aircraft, write down information, and listen to people talking to you at the same time.
You get a bit of an adrenaline rush when you're trying to clear aircraft and get others off the runway, and there's a billion things going on.
This job is very stressful, and if you cannot remain calm, you're not going to do well.
After successfully completing Army Basic Combat Training, you will attend 17 weeks of advanced individual training. There, you will learn radio operations and communication protocols, the use and operation of radar and aircraft management systems, takeoff, landing, and ground control procedures, and aircraft recognition. After completion of all training requirements, you will be eligible for worldwide assignments. As an air traffic control operator, you may have an opportunity to advance in your career through additional technical, tactical, and leadership training.
This training coincides with training in the civilian world. You get the FAA certifications that you would in the civilian world, and it allows you to have the ability to have a shortened amount of training in the civilian environment.
Where you may find employment at airports, traffic control centers, or a career with the U.S. Department of Defense. An essential member of the Army Aviation Team, the Air Traffic Control Operator, above the best.
So 15 Quebecs go through approximately 16 weeks worth of schooling and education. It consists of first phase is about 4 weeks worth of CTO, and then it rolls right on into 4 weeks of fundamental tower instruction, then 4 weeks of fundamental radar instruction, followed by then 1 week of each piece of equipment that they will be using in the field. But once they get to their first unit and they actually start getting into their niche, then they're really going to focus in on what task or tasks they're going to be expected to perform. Seek out what it makes you uncomfortable, because if you don't and you always stay in your comfort zone, you're never going to find your limits, and you just become complacent, you become stagnant. So seek out those opportunities to challenge yourself, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin momentarily. We kindly ask that you please silence all electronic devices at this time. Those wishing to take photographs during today's ceremony may respectfully come forward at any time. To help you capture lasting memories of this special occasion, we have ushers available to assist friends and family in taking photographs with your soldier. We ask that you be considerate of other guests and do not impede the graduates as they march to and from their seats. Please do not use excessive force when pinning your soldiers. Thank you. Major Geiger, distinguished guests, family, and friends, on behalf of Captain Elliott, 1st Sergeant Indy, the command team for Charlie Company, 1st 13th Aviation Battalion Regiment, and Sergeant Major Lopez Oliveira, the Air Operations Training Committee Chief, good morning. We would also like to take this time to acknowledge all veterans of every branch. We thank you for your dedication and sacrifice that you have made for our country. Welcome to today's graduation ceremony. Over the last few months, the soldiers you see before you have entered and completed the second phase of their initial entry training by successfully completing the 15 Papa Aviation Operations course and the 15 Quebec Air Traffic Control Operators course. The official party for today's ceremony is guest speaker 1st Sergeant Cameron Gavitt II, accompanied by Senior Drill Sergeant Kristen Frisler. At this time, we ask you to please stand for the invocation given by Chaplain Cody Coolidge and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
For those who wish, I invite you to pray in accordance with your faith as I do so in mine. Please join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this occasion as we celebrate with these graduates and with family and friends. We are grateful for their hard work and the results we see today. Thank you for sustaining them and for your provision. It is rewarding for all here to see the culmination of perseverance, commitment to excellence, and teamwork. Thank you for our instructors, drill sergeants, and command teams who have committed themselves and their expertise, ensuring mission success. For these graduates, Lord, please continue to guide and protect each one. Help them in serving faithfully to protect and preserve our freedom, to know how to both work hard and enjoy life to the fullest, to love deeply, forgive easily, end each day without regret, and to start each day full of hope and excitement. We ask and pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce our guest speaker for today's ceremony, First Sergeant Cameron Garrett II, who hails from Arlington, Texas, and has been serving our country for the past 19 years, and is currently assigned as Bravo Company, 1st of 223rd Aviation Regiment, CH-47, IERW, First Sergeant.
Good morning, distinguished guests, cadre, families, and most importantly, the graduating 15 Papas and Quebecs. It's an absolute honor to stand here today. After 19 years in the Army, I've watched aircraft lift off into combat, I've seen missions succeed against impossible odds, and I've learned an undeniable truth, that Army aviation does not succeed because of the aircraft. Army aviation succeeds because of its warriors, its people, and that includes every single one of you sitting here today. Today isn't just graduation, it's a transformation. Today you step into the aviation enterprise as professionals who keep the mission alive, on time, and unstoppable. To the 15 Papas, you are the heartbeat of aviation missions. You are the planners, the trackers, the organizers, and the ones who see the entire battlefield from a bird's eye view. When others see a helicopter in flight, you see the thousands of details behind it, the flight plans, the aircraft status boards, the crew assignments, risk assessments, weather patterns, and the decisions that keep people alive. You turn chaos into clarity, you turn complexity into precision, and you make aviation possible. To the 15 Quebecs air traffic controllers, you are the guardians of the skies, the calm voices in the storm, and the ones directing every aircraft safely where it needs to go. You're the ones who keep the airspace organized and safe and efficient. From tactical airfields in combat zones to garrison airfields supporting daily operations to the busiest rotary wing traffic areas in the Army. The pilots trust you, I trust you, and commanders rely on you. The entire aviation community depends on you. You don't just control the airspace, you protect it. Ensure that what the 15 Papas plan become a reality safely and efficiently. Let me make this clear. The 15 Papas control the mission, and the 15 Quebecs control the skies. Together, you make aviation unstoppable. Some people go through life never knowing if they made a difference. You guys won't have that problem. For every mission packet that a 15 Papa builds, or every clearance that a 15 Quebec gives, every update, every status check, every decision, those actions will save lives. It's not in theory, it's in reality that on missions with real soldiers, you have that responsibility. And you should be proud of that, very proud of that. I have a challenge for you all. As you move forward to your first units, I want you to show up hungry. Learn everything that you can. Ask questions from anybody, including your peers. And be a soldier who wants to do the hard jobs. Show up humble. You're joining a team with little experience. Thrive on the experience that is there and learn from it. Absorb it. Show up fearless. You belong here. You earned your MOS, so step into it with confidence. And most importantly, show up as leaders. Regardless of the rank that you have, leadership isn't about stripes. It's about discipline, character, and the courage to do the right thing when no one is watching. You're part of a select group in Army Aviation. Whether you're managing missions or managing airspace, your role is vital, your work is respected, and the impact that you have is real. To the families, thank you for your sacrifice, your strength, and your support. These soldiers are only here today because of you. To the cadre, your professionalism transforms civilians into aviation professionals, and your legacy echoes through every mission that these soldiers will support. And a final message to the graduating class. Remember this, you're not just 15 Papas, you're not just 15 Quebecs. You are the foundation of Army Aviation. You are the ones who keep the skies safe and the mission moving. You are quiet professionals who make the impossible look routine. From this day forward, aviation will move because you move it. Aircraft will launch because you cleared it, planned it, tracked it, and protected it. Be proud of who you are, be proud of what you've earned, and know this. Army Aviation family is stronger today because you are joining it. Congratulations, class. Welcome to the team, and always remember, above the best.
Before I proceed, I would like to quickly reiterate the process for pitting your soldiers. Your soldiers will be called forward across the stage and to stand before the stage to wait their friends and family to come up and pin their wings. The master of ceremony will cue you by saying, "Please come forward to pin your soldiers' wings." Take a moment to celebrate this momentous occasion before returning to your seats. Brief photographs are welcome during the pinning of your soldiers, with ushers standing by to assist the families. The stage will be available after graduation for you to take as many additional photographs as you would like. This is a defining moment in all of your lives and one you will never forget. Congratulations to all of you. As a symbolic gesture that these graduates are now the future of Army Aviation, each soldier will receive their aviation wings and branch insignias to be worn proudly on their Army green service uniform. You may applaud your soldier as their names are announced on stage. Distinguished Honor Graduate and Honor Graduate is a title bestowed upon the top 20% of the class who have attained a first-time go in all academic subjects. Their diplomas will be annotated to reflect the soldiers as a Distinguished Honor Graduate. In addition to receiving their wings today, we will proudly recognize and award the Honor Graduate and 4 of the graduates with the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal. This prestigious award was established in 1993 and is presented to members of the armed forces who perform substantial volunteer service to the local community above and beyond the duties of their military assignment. The MOVSM reflects a soldier's commitment to selfless service, leadership, and community impact, core values that define our Army. These individuals have given their time and talents to uplift others and represent the Army with honor beyond the uniform. The Distinguished Honor Graduate for the 15 Papa Aviation Operations Specialist Course, Class 25-034 Papa, is Private Ty Reif, was assigned to Fort Wainwright, Alaska. The Honor Graduate for the 15 Papa Aviation Operations Specialist Course, Class 25-034 Papa, are Private Sparkle Jones, who is on assignment to Fort Rucker, Alabama. Specialist Lawrence Severance, who is on assignment to the Maryland National Guard. The wings for the 15 Papa Aviation Operations Specialist Course, Class 25-034 Papa, and awardee of the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal will be awarded to Private Mila Campbell, who is assigned to the Kentucky National Guard. The wings for the 15 Quebec Air Traffic Control Operators Course, Class 25-024 Quebec, and awardee of the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal will be awarded to Private First Class Lucien Socia Diaz, who is assigned to the Florida National Guard. Major Geiger will present the Army Achievement Medal to the Distinguished Honor Graduate and a Battalion Coin. The Honor Graduate will be recognized with a Certificate of Achievement and a Battalion Coin. In addition, PFC Campbell and PFC Sosa Diaz will be presented with the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal, honoring their selfless dedication and commitment to serving others beyond the uniform. At this time, please come forward to paint your soldier's wings. The wings for the 15 Papa Aviation Operations Specialist Course, Class 25-034 Papa, will now be awarded to Private Kerry Anthony was assigned to the Minnesota National Guard. Private Anaya Castillo was assigned to the Delaware National Guard. Private Jaden Castro was on assignment to Fort Rucker, Alabama. Private First Class Ethan Duncan, who was on assignment to Fort Bliss, Texas. At this time, please come forward to pin your soldier's wings. Private Randy Kane, who was on assignment to the Minnesota National Guard. Private Dejanay Linton, who was assigned to the Florida National Guard. Private Dawson Magani, who was assigned to the Texas National Guard. Private Brian Martinez, who was on assignment to Fort Rucker, Alabama. At this time, please come forward to pin your soldier's wings. Private Morgan Page, who was assigned to the Montana National Guard. Private First Class Kaylee Paredes Barron, who was on assignment to Fort Rucker, Alabama. Private Lucy Uber, who was on assignment to Fort Wainwright, Alaska. Private Anthony Varela, who was assigned to the Rhode Island National Guard. The wings for the 15 Quebec Air Traffic Control Operators Course, Class 25-024 Quebec, will now be awarded to Private Brendan Brace, who was assigned to the Kansas National Guard. At this time, please come forward to pin your soldier's wings. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the Soldier's Creed and the playing of the Aviation Song and the Army Song. The lyrics to these songs can be found in your programs.
I
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's ceremony.